Have you ever stopped to think about what we are doing to our environment when we pollute and what disasters it can cause in the future? Pollution is a very, very severe problem that needs more attention and action taken against it. Throughout this speech, you will learn about the many types of pollution, their effects on our planet, and what you can do to help make a change. Before we can look at what pollution is causing, we must first look at some of the different types and their severities. There are many, many different types of pollution that each have their own problems that accompany them. One type of pollution is soil pollution. This type is where any land is contaminated or altered by chemicals or harmful practices, such as mining or littering. Another type is water pollution. This is where any body of water is contaminated by pollutants such as chemicals or bacteria. Oil seepage and littering are the most common causes of water pollution. About 40% of the lakes in the U.S. are so badly polluted that fishing and swimming aren't allowed. Lastly, there is air pollution. This is the most common and possibly the most dangerous form of pollution. It is caused by many things, such as vehicle emissions and the burning of fossil fuels. Now that we have talked about some of the most common and dangerous types of pollution, let's look at the many effects that come from these types of pollution. There are many, many bad things that come from pollution that affect the environment in a very negative way. The biggest and arguably the most notable side effect of pollution is global warming. Global warming is the gradual increase in the Earth's average temperature and its many effects. This is caused from greenhouse gas emissions. This is a side effect of air pollution. Air pollution can also cause many negative health effects such as asthma, chronic bronchitis, or weakened lung function. A side effect of water pollution is that the amount of drinkable water is greatly reduced. Consuming contaminated water can cause problems with your stomach and digestive system. Another big part of water pollution is oil spills. On June 3rd of 1979, the Ixtoc 1 oil spill happened, leaking 130 million gallons of oil into the Gulf of Mexico. It affected 162 miles of shore and much of the wildlife in the ocean. Soil pollution can cause major economic losses. The amount of consumable crops will decrease, and this will cost farmers a lot of money. Another reason that soil pollution is dangerous is because animal habitats become destroyed by it. It corrupts environments and makes it uninhabitable for many animals. As I mentioned before, 40% of the U.S.'s lakes are polluted so badly that swimming and fishing are prohibited. This also means that a lot of the wildlife that revolves around these lakes is now hurting or killed. From 2001 to 2005, the U.S. lost 831 square miles of forest. Think of how many animals lost their homes during this time. After looking at the effects of pollution, hopefully you want to take action against it. There are many ways that you can help reduce the effects of pollution. The average American produces around 4.5 pounds of trash per day. One of the easiest ways that you can help is to just not litter. A lot of water and land pollution comes from littering. It doesn't require much effort to wait until you see a trash can so that you can throw away your garbage. Just think of how many problems this could solve on its own. The most obvious way that you can help is to recycle. This takes materials that would otherwise end up at a trash dump and turns them into other useful items. Another way that you can help is to either carpool or get an electric vehicle. Carpooling and electric vehicles reduce the amount of cars and trucks out on the roads that release dangerous chemicals into our atmosphere. You now know how you can help, and hopefully you can inspire others to do the same, so that we may live in a clean and healthy environment. You just learned about the three main types of pollution, their effects, and what you can do to help. Hopefully people don't take this issue too lightly, because it is indeed very, very serious. Just remember to stop and think about how what you are doing could affect your environment and what you can do to help change it.